Did Lauren Boebert cause the New York City earthquake? Probably not, but maybe, possibly. We'll tell you what we do know. Lauren Boebert was in New York City last night and up to some pretty wild, drunken shenanigans. In fact, we'll show you in a minute how it got so bad that even Donald Trump was embarrassed of her. This is far from the first time that we've seen this paragon of virtue, this avatar for everything MAGA Republicans stand for, Colorado's most embarrassing product, which is saying something because it's also the state that gave us Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy captured the imagination of millions of TV viewers. 6-year-old Falcon Heen was reported to have crawled into a UFO-shaped balloon. Parents Richard and Mayumi were apparently frantic.
The unraveling of the hoax came during an unscripted moment.
We did this for the show.
Engage in some pretty shady behavior. To quickly review, you might have heard about what she did in a Colorado production of Beetlejuice.
The congresswoman was kicked out of the theater for being disruptive. The pregnant woman sitting behind Boebert told the Denver Post she asked her to stop vaping, taking flash photos, raising her hands and dancing. Boebert occasionally took a break from being disruptive to enjoy the company of her male companion. He briefly had a grasp on the situation.
She famously got into a fight in a bathroom with her MAGA frenemy, Marjorie Taylor Greene. When Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky addressed Congress and received a standing ovation for standing up to Vladimir Putin, she was caught on camera dissing him.
I believe.
What is she, playing Candy Crush? She even acts weird in seemingly mundane situations, like attending the Freedom Caucus Christmas party and being delighted to discover that meat plates are a thing that exists. Most recently, when all of this began to catch up with her, she fled her congressional district to try to run in a much more conservative one.
Today, I am announcing my candidacy for the 2024 Republican nomination to represent Colorado's 4th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives.
Which our friends at the Washington Post summed up like this.
I'm running for Congress again, but in a more conservative Colorado district that I don't yet live in.
She can do that?
She can do that.
But why is she doing that?
Because I'm running against her in her current district, and I've raised 3 times as much money as her. Well, I did beat you in that last race. Only by 546 votes, and a lot has happened since then. Anyway.
And then she went crying to Steve Bannon to blame it all on Hollywood.
They're simply running against Lauren Boebert. And it's not just Aspen that the money is coming from. It's coming from Hollywood. When you have Barbara Streisand coming in and donating to the Democrat.
Which brings us to last night. CNN reports that at the New York Young Republican Club's annual gala, multiple witnesses saw a server tell Boebert that she had been overserved. Here's a video recreation of what this probably looked like.
I'll have another drink, and so will this adorable hunk of caramel to my right.
Apparently, her behavior got so weird that she started stalking Donald Trump. It may not have been as weird as the Marjorie Taylor Greene expressing her passion for Donald Trump by fondling cardboard cutouts of him.
Diane always has them in the
But it was apparently so awkward, and she was trying to take so many selfies with Trump that the Secret Service had to step in and tell her to back off. It may not have been quite as bad as this, but you get the general idea. It was weird. She then left the event to go party uptown with her partner in crime, literally, George Santos, the other perfect representative of everything today's Republicans stand for. Note the glass of whiskey prominently photobombing in the foreground here. That's pretty on the nose. So, am I literally suggesting that Lauren Boebert was the destroyer summoned to New York City like Gozer in Ghostbusters?
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Not really. But just like her hero Trump, she does leave a path of destruction everywhere she goes.
I used to say to people, someday I'd like to be poor.
9 times Donald Trump failed at business.
One step beyond your wildest dreams.
At Trump University, we teach success.
If I put the name Trump on it, it's going to be the best.
And Trump called it quits in 1992.
The good news is that unlike the New York City earthquake and other forces of nature, we can actually prevent future MAGA disasters from happening. We just have to vote against them.